right, y'all. We're at Now That's Heavy Podcast. My name is Don, like the morning sun.
Yo, it's Dre with all the plays.
Oh, man. Look, I want to revisit what we talked about on the Frisco incident. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Last episode,
dog.
And also, I gotta do a shout out real quick. Because that episode, the behind the scenes, y'all didn't understand what was happening back there. Our cameraman was literally dying while we was recording.
Yeah, he said there's no air. I don't have any air.
But he was
left.
back here.
Did you? And it was funny because I saw him walking around. I thought he was just thinking. You see what I'm saying? Like thinking out loud.
Don's over here just.
I was having a good time.
Just want to segue into the next one.
That's not how I talk. That's not how I talk.
He's over here. I thought he was cheering us on, man. My man was right here dying.
Hey, we jamming too.
Shout out Melvin, man. Shout out y'all. If y'all ever need anything done, y'all need to go to A-List Photography. That's the man to see. Literally. Hey, he was out here dying for us, man. So
he literally put it on the line.
We locked in.
Yo, he put his life on the line. All right, no, for sure. So back to the Frisco incident, okay? Just to revisit what I said, basically the two parties, Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, okay? Mm-hmm. So Carmelo was the one that ended up stabbing Austin in the altercation, and Austin was the one who lost his life, okay? So this is what I wanted to talk about, though, because like I said, it was a lot of speculation. It's a lot of stuff that's blurred. So there's this speculation, basically, or alleged, that they jumped him because he has a twin brother. Okay, so because that's the thing, like in a scuffle, of course you said like the details are not there. So how in that Austin comes up and says, "Hey, you can't be here." Where was the twin brother at? Right, and then how? Because he was there close enough to hold him in his arms, and he passed away in his arms. Right, so he was there. You know what I'm saying? We can say that.
I'm gonna say this.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta realize for those who don't know. Right.
Yeah.
This happened in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah.
Which is a very suburban.
Yes, it is.
Neighborhood. Mm-hmm. All right. I've done track meets. I ran track, played every sport you could possibly think of.
Same.
Now, track season, the weather go two ways. It's either really hot,
really cold,
or really cold.
Mm-hmm.
Some days you had an in between where it's a good day, but it's not going to be ever that consistent. So I'm not sure if he just got done running and he's like, you know what, I'm just going to sit right here and watch the rest of my team. I don't know where he was sitting on. I don't know every key fact right now, so I'm not going to speak on it.
Correct.
But I know when I get done running, I don't want nobody bothering me, bro. I'm tired. Mm-hmm. And I used to duck off. My dude was probably trying not to run that 3x4. He was, nah, bro, I'll see you, coach. I'm going to go sit somewhere else. That's an occasional thing, you know what I'm saying? And I've sat next to other teams and other camps, and it ain't never been no issue, you know what I'm saying?
Literally, and like you said, most people are on the track meet, them ducked off. Everybody's kind of like got in their cocoon under the bleachers, just chilling, you know what I'm saying, eating their food or whatever.
Yeah,
you know
that's why I'm surprised because stuff don't really be jumping off in like track meets like that.
So, because this is when we're getting deep. So it's like, since we under that impression that it's, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like, just to be honest with you, like, how hostile can you be at 10 o'clock in the morning? I'm just saying. But, so if we're under the impression that Carmelo was chilling, you see what I'm saying? And it's already like almost a fact in a way because the account is that Austin came up to Carmelo. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So, and I said, and this is the thing, like I said, because there's articles I read other people's stuff, and they were saying that the Metcalf brothers are bullies. That's what I heard, and so they were saying that they approached him and they tried to jump him. That's what that was saying. And you see what I'm saying? Because
I don't know, Don.
I'm only saying that because
it's just so like.
Check me out. I'm saying that because because we both asked the question, what made him get up to have an actual altercation? If it could have been like, oh, this dude trying to make me move, let me just go around over here. This dude tripping, let me just go over here. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could have been that, but it came to a physical altercation. You see what I'm saying?
This is why people tell people to mind their business.
Yeah. Because talk about it.
You don't know what type of day anybody having. Now, I'm not saying that it's justifiable just because you had a bad day, give you the right to go ahead and stab somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the thought process from both parties was not proper. We're talking about teenagers, right?
17 years old.
We're talking about teenagers, 17, 16, whatever. They're still teenagers and they're immature. You know what I'm saying? And especially at this time period,
yeah,
the male population of youth are wild, bro.
The male psyche.
Like they don't have it right now. You know what I'm saying? The drill music, the granddad father, whatever. You can blame it on whatever you want to blame it on.
Yeah.
Right? You can say parents didn't parent them right. These people didn't parent them right.
Yeah.
This ain't got shit to do with parenting, upbringing, whatever.
I think it does.
It's the decision making.
Correct, but I feel parents play a part in that because what do you teach your children? You see what I'm saying? When you're at home.
But we can't. But you can't really say that because you have kids who grow up in a household that have good guidance from great parents, and they still just choose to go out and do dumb shit.
That's true, and that's just like those are the ones that the kids. That's just, we call them can't get right. You see what I'm saying? We got the can't get rights. You know the movie. You caught it. But that's the can't get rights. But what I'm saying is, you do got to kind of go back to the parenting because my mom and my dad, they both, they equip me with what I call prevention skills. Okay. So, like, I know my mom, like, we used to think it was so funny and weird. We'd be like, why is she, like, making us watch First 48? And Fatal Attraction, like, you know what I'm saying? Like all day long. We watch Snapped. We watch but she would sit with us, right? And we would watch these shows. She'd be doing my hair or something like that. We got this stuff on. And Lifetime movies and things like that. But she'd be breaking down these real life scenarios and saying, hey, in this situation, this person did this. But if you're in that situation,
this is parenting, though. Like, so check this out.
I don't think it's one style.
It definitely is, because my mama didn't do none of that shit. Well, I'm telling you right now, Kendra wasn't doing none of that shit. She had
not name drops.
You had one time. That was it.
Well,
that's it.
No, my mom was like that too.
I don't want you to watch this and learn. No, I'm going to tell you. You choose to do anything opposite, you got the consequences. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Have you ran track?
I didn't. Well, I threw. I'm not fast. I was doing shot put and discus.
What sport did you play?
I did track. I did cross country. I did basketball, volleyball.
Okay. Out of all those sports, did your parents make all of them?
No. No.
So when you got on that bus to an away game and your parents weren't there, you was free.
Correct.
The coaches probably went off doing their thing. You ain't gonna find your coaches till it's time for you to run.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So the responsibility at that point is on who? It's on you.
Right.
To act cool. So you, like you just said, your mama showed you all these scenarios and all this other stuff and whatever, right?
Yes.
So in your head, when you at that track meet, are you thinking about any of those scenarios?
You're not, and I agree. And then also too, split moment reactions. That's really hard to make a sound decision. But what I'm saying is, what you do for your children, you at least give them the tools. You know what I'm saying? And then
you can get them tools, but that don't mean they're gonna use them.
Correct. But it does at least. Because it's like I said, both parties made bad decisions, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and these decisions were life threat, like it depended on their life, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like the discernment. I still feel like wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? And
but I don't think we should. I don't think we should blame the parent just because they're discerning.
I'm not blaming. I'm definitely not blaming the parent. I
think when you of age, bro, and this is also a problem for the kids right now. Right? There is responsibility for the parents that the parenting styles for 2025 generation of kids that's in high school and under are different from the ones that grew up 2014, 13, under whatever.
Right.
It's different because those parents get older, they start not to give a shit no more, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. You got the parents now that's on TikTok, the grandparents on TikTok. They're not concerned about discipline. They're trying to get their damn views up. You know what I'm saying? You go on Instagram right now, see a fine gray haired lady right now, and she
emphasis on the fine.
She making it clap for them views. You know what I'm saying? She don't care about none of them grandkids right now.
I'm dead.
Well, the point is, we got to stop pacifying children that act grown.
Ooh. And they are 17. They're getting, they're getting to that time. They're getting that threshold.
You know that you should not have no knife. You have a weapon. You have a weapon at a school event in Frisco.
Check this out.
And you're black.
It's two different things. It's like, okay, it's so many different ways to go about this because I'm so glad you brought up the knife.
Go ahead.
Why did he have a knife at the track meet? Okay, cool. So we're gonna take into account that he's 17 years old. Okay, almost 18. Is that grown? Can we say that? 17
in Texas, you're grown. You're an adult.
Okay, right. Okay, so you're grown out here. You can even, because they walk in the streets. Okay, and it is 2025. It's getting crazy out here. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. So it's like, even on a parenting standpoint, do I give my kid a weapon that, like, not a gun, but like a weapon that they can protect themselves when I'm not, like you said, I'm not there. I can't be with you at all times, and we don't know the crazy people that's walking the streets, right? Mm-hmm. If you're in a situation where you have to defend yourself, where we talked about self-defense in this situation,
how many black parents giving their kids weapons to go to school?
I don't know. I don't think I didn't say I would do it. I'm saying.
Did your mama give you mace to go to school?
Well, no, but
we didn't.
When I got grown though, like getting up there, they told me to get the mace.
But that's an adult though. We're talking about kids because you know what they expect you to do. They expect you to go out there and be a kid. They expect you.
Oh, talk about it.
They expect you not to be out there putting your hands on people.
That's good.
They expect you not to be up there making them look bad. That's the expectation of your parents. Because you can go out into the world, do whatever you want to do, and have the greatest parent in the world. At the end of the day, as an individual, your decision-making skills are literally upon you. If you make great ones and it reflects your parents, that by far, that parent did a great job.
Right.
I feel like this is going to be a black and white thing or upbringing thing.
It is.
And it really needs to focus on the two individuals at hand.
Okay.
It needs to focus on the facts.
So let's check it out.
What happened, why, and who saw. Now, the who saw
is crazy.
That's going to be the tricky part because them ain't his people.
Yeah, and they not even they not going against
them not his peers.
They're not going against him. Yeah, for sure. Dang, that was really good though. I ain't gonna cap. But it's like, okay, so are we saying that the knife wasn't? He's not justified for having a knife on him. We gonna say that?
I don't know if he had the knife in his backpack. I don't. He forgot. I don't know.
Because if it's like in your pocket, because you think about like it's a scuffle. It's like
knows?
How many
he might have
seconds
had
is a
beef
fight?
with some of them kids before, or he already got put on game. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a little different. Versus we didn't know who we was playing against in 2014, 2013. When I played. You can go on social media and be friends with the same people and have the same similar circles and be like, oh nah, them the ones that be tripping. I know them from old blocking. You ain't never played them, so you already heard they get rowdy. So you be like, you know what? Just in case, let me. But again, that's the power of social media. But also it shows you the difference between the upbringing from our generation versus generation now. We weren't worried about who we finna beef with. We knew who we had to play, and we finna just go play them. You either win or you lose. And
it's like, like that Friday movie where you say you got your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your hands. Because if it came down to it, this is the other part of that. Like if he didn't have the knife, Austin would still be here. You know what I'm saying? It would be, you know what I mean? And so...
we're not talking... I don't know what the knife type was. They haven't even showed the photo of the knife.
Right.
There are, you know what I'm saying, there are kids that do have pocket knives from their parents, and we already know what side of town that's on. You know what I mean? You got the Boy Scouts. The black culture... They're not giving their kids no weapons. They're not freely giving their kids weapons.
Do you think that he on his, like you said, we're talking about the two individuals now, not the parents, and you think that was his own discernment to say, hey, I think I should walk around with a knife?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's it's there.
And this the thing too. This reason why I'm breaking down the factors in this and the variables is because, like you said, bro, they were both good kids. You said Austin. A star athlete, they say he's a leader, things like that. Well, like Carmelo is actually a respectable kid. Yes. He doesn't have a criminal record.
They are, and that's what I mean. They're both great kids.
Yeah, he doesn't have no criminal record.
Stupid decisions. That's literally what this is.
That's exactly right.
This ain't got nothing to do with their parents. This ain't got nothing to do with black and white.
It has a factor.
I swear. No, what happens? No. Okay, let me explain this, and then I'm saying because I see what you're saying. The focus needs to be on the reactions and why. Take out the parents.
Okay.
Take out skin tone. Right.
Yeah.
They both made decisions that day.
Both made decisions.
Right. Why? We don't know yet. Who saw? We have yet to see who saw.
Yeah.
Now the part that is messed up, that the people that weren't there is making this a black and white thing by taking away the money that was raised for him to get a lawyer, stopping, setting his bond up to $1 million. That shit right there, that creates tension.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh, if he was white, they wouldn't even mess with him. If he was this, they wouldn't even did this. I'm saying that right there. This is why I hate the fact that it's out on social media, because social media creates monsters in other people. And
there we go.
you start to lose sight of what actually really happened.
Yeah.
The decision-making skills from both boys was not on point. This is why that happened.
Right.
Now, the reason why it's becoming a black and white thing is from people that weren't there making decisions and opinions and posting the shit on social media.
Yeah.
And then creating false allegations, false reports, and we finding old pictures with them holding AKs and M16s or hey, yeah, he had a juvie record, whatever the case may be. They start digging for reasons as to why he decided to bring a gun. Oh, he brings guns because he totes guns.
They did. They did do that. Mm-hmm.
All right, this is literally two damn kids. Two boys at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making horrible decisions.
Horrible decisions.
That's my take. That's all I'm going to say.
What do you want them to take from it? Because like I said, the reason why I brought up my mom showing us these stories, because what I loved about what she did was that we learn from people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how like you can learn from other people. You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't happen to you in your life or ever, you know what I'm saying? You can still learn from other people's lives and history.
Oh yeah,
and things like that. You see what I'm saying?
Inmates. You know how many people went to jail before me for me to decide that I don't ever want to go to jail.
like I don't want to do that.
I didn't need to watch Beyond Scared Straight. The simple fact that I was shell shocked immediately when I found out that you couldn't just leave on your own.
That was it for you?
That was it. Well, I can't leave, but then the food is not up to quality. And then you might have to stay and bunk with a man who might like other men. That discernment of having to fight, bro.
You gotta fight every day, though.
To protect my natural body parts from someone.
Or for your cornbread, bro.
From day and night.
You gotta fight for your cornbread, dog.
Bro, like,
I want your cornbread.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to look at a dude for 27 years. Like literally, I don't want to. I want to have chow time. I don't want to have to ask for commissary. I need liquid soap because if this bar of soap falls,
if you drop the soap down, hey, you know
the Boondocks. If you've never seen the Boondocks,
I seen it and
the Booty Warrior.
I was finna do it. I didn't want to say it. You did.
He's real.
I want you.
For all any check this out. I'm looking right at you right now, kids. 18 and under, even the grown ones that still ain't got it yet after 6-7 times.
Yeah.
Freedom is really beautiful out here. You can
That's what the Indian album's about.
Even though the prices are very high out here, you can make $3 off DoorDash real quick and buy you anything that you want. You don't have to trade in a honey bun, a toothpaste. We're trading food in jail.
Hey, you got a sandwich and I can
22 honey buns.
Yeah,
sir,
honey buns.
is what you owe me. What?
And they going crazy about them honey buns.
I don't want to trade honey buns and ramen noodles for the rest of my life.
I say all this to say, because we segued crazy on that one. I said we can learn from other people's lives.
I learned.
But I'm saying, so from this tragedy, I just want to leave them with something, something they could take with them. Like I said, I just feel that, okay, if it's not on the parents, at least learn prevention skills. You know what I'm saying? And it's not.
But do they teach them, though? Because you got to also realize, the parents, 17, 18 right now, right?
Which is why I said
these parents, my mom.
Because like you said, do they teach it? That's why it's a household thing. It starts at home. I
honestly don't forgot how old my mama is. I'm gonna just throw a number out, and if she get mad, she can.
Mama Dre,
she gonna hit me up in the comments.
Mama Dre, go get them.
I think she's around that
the big
50 range.
50 club. My mom in the 50 club, but she look good.
I'm 29. I don't care about something my age. I'm 29, so my mom was around that 50. She had me young, right? Mm-hmm. So her upbringing for me, she was a baby trying to teach a baby, basically, right? Yeah. And it took a while for me to understand like why I couldn't do certain things, because she was just setting up roadblocks just in case, because she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? She's learning with me.
Yeah.
I learned to, regardless of what the consequence was, I learned to not disappoint my parents in that aspect. That's the thing I was concerned about. Is
that like the fear of respect kind of deal?
That was the fear of letting your parents, being locked up for something that your parents told you not to do, versus being locked up because, hey, this shit just got out of hand.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
hurt. That does something more to me versus I'm just gonna get him just because. You gonna get who? You gonna do what?
Yeah.
You just made that decision on your own. You didn't think about your mama before you did that. Mm-hmm. Because they not gonna come get you. My mama's just gonna let me sit in there.
That's that old school parenting.
She will not come get me. So I remember the first time I got suspended from school was the last time I got suspended.
Oh, she got you, didn't she? She got you.
She played it so well, bro. She played it so well. I got suspended 3 days, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I bought a box cutter to school. Right. Oh, I bought my uncle at the time. He was working at Walmart, and he had a box cutter, and it was a kid at school. I told him. I wasn't gonna do nothing. I was just gonna show him. I was gonna show him I had it.
Yeah.
I showed him I had it, and I had no problems the rest of the day.
Okay.
That fool, he told the teacher. He told the teacher. They told me. They came and got me. It was like, you're right, he's student. I was like, hey man. It is what it is. They suspended me 3 days, no expulsion. Mr. Palagonia, I remember the principal. He was like, take 3 days. He was like, I'm going to tell you now. Uh-huh. Good luck. I said.
Was your mom?
He said, yeah, like. Good luck. So, day 1, cool. Mama went to work, fine. Day 2, cool. She went to work. She bought me McDonald's and bought me ice cream for lunch. You know what I'm saying?
On suspension?
On suspension.
I get it.
Day 3. Day three was the last day, bro. I swear it was the last day. Fed us good and all, and I was like, okay.
You in the clear.
Set your alarm so you can wake up and catch the bus tomorrow. It's like, okay, cool. 12:45. 12:45. I saw lights. She said, by the way, come on. I said, God damn, no. Wore me out. That was the about. She used a rhinestone belt and all.
Dang,
it was over with.
Was you can't get right? Was you one of them?
No. I was an honorable kid, bro.
Okay, I was a good kid
I just
too.
don't like people bothering me, bro. If I do something, it's really for a reason. And she didn't care for the reason at that time.
For sure.
She wore my ass out.
Right.
But I never got suspended again. Wanna know why? Because the disappointment on her face afterwards was like, can't believe you just really made me whoop your ass for something like this.
Oh yeah, I've had. That was my whoopings all the time because I knew better. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care. They don't care now.
Literally. But look, so like I said, what I want people to take from it is discernment and prevention skills, because what I'm saying is, regardless, your parents or if you learn in school, whatever, you gotta learn how to break stuff down, like situationally, okay? Meaning that you gotta be aware. Meaning that, like, be aware of your surroundings when you go out. Not saying it's like something you always think about, like, okay, I'm walking out right now. Okay, what's this? Kind of, you should though. You should do that anywhere you go. But if you in a moment where it's kind of like you feeling like it's getting heated, you gotta think first. Think before you react, for sure, right? And even anticipate.
They don't have a lot of male mentors no more.
I agree. This is why we got now this heavy podcast. They listen to our podcast. We can give them some gems. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all need to come to the school, Frisco High School. We drop the gems.
Or any school. I'm talking to the kids. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to
We should probably do that. We should reach out to these schools and host a podcast at these schools and ask these kids, what are you going through in life? We're at the point where you feel like you just got to fight.
Not for real though. It's just
text messages is why we're here.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen like a video where, like, for the kids that have like anger issues, teaching them how to meditate and stuff. I'm saying you're in a heated moment and y'all about to have an actual altercation. Of course, you're not thinking about meditation. I'm not saying that, but it just shows you that art of being calm. Because it gives you a couple more seconds in that time. You know what I'm saying? Because a fight takes about like 10 to 30 seconds, right?
Right.
So it gives you being calm gives you that extra 5 seconds to say, okay, should I do this or that? And then that split moment decision could save your life. That's how I've been taught.
I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna do it because you asked me not to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay. See, he doesn't listen. He don't listen to rules.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yep, I see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna air out some.
Drake, I swear to God, Drake. Look, Mama, if he do it, Mama, I didn't tell him to say this, Mama. It's not on me. But go ahead, because you a grown man. You gonna do what you gotta do.
Didn't your nephew just get suspended?
He did. He kicked the shit out of his teacher. He kicked the shit out of his teacher.
He can't even go back to school no more.
But look, that's what I'm saying. Look, bro. Like, first of all, his brain's still still developing, so he you know what I'm saying? He probably, like I said, you roll up on him, you know what I'm saying? You might get kicked. So he probably rolled up on him. I'm going off what my nephew said. My nephew said she grabbed me. So I'm gonna go off of that, and we rolling with it. So he kicked the shit out of his teacher. And
when I first seen your nephew, I knew he was bad as hell. When he had these right here missing, and them caps, I said, oh yeah.
First of all, I gotta check to see if he had a cap.
Yeah,
but you assume he had a cap.
No, I assume he's bad. I'm right off that.
No, and you weren't wrong.
I know it wasn't.
But
any kid that
don't
got
roll up on my nephew.
Right
that's
here,
all I'm saying.
They got them bottom rows, and then their haircut is like a little fuzzy balls right here. He bad.
Love you, nephew. I'm riding with you, dog. We ride to the wheels fall off. But no, yeah, he did. But like I said, he's a baby. See what I said? Stop making excuses. I'm not. He's
for his kid's bad behavior.
He kicked the shit out of her, and we was surprised. Because we said, ain't no way a 4-year-old did. Ain't no way. And they said, nah, he did that, and but he had to get her up off him. But anyway, prevention skills.
I'll second
discernment. That's all I'm saying. Because, like I said, guys, kids, it literally will save your life. You know what I'm saying? That one split second moment decision will save your life.
Facts.
So, we got a few more topics coming up, a few more segments. We're going to wrap it up in just a minute, but, we're going to go to another break.
For sure.
All right.
What's up, heavies? It's your boy Dre with the play. Look, I know that y'all love these heavy conversations, and y'all don't want to miss no episode. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow us on every streaming platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Now That's Heavy Podcast everywhere, so you will not miss none of these heavy moments. Because, baby, trust me, they definitely heavy, and you do not want to miss this.
And we back from commercial break, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
So, I see you got your Kobe shirt on.
Always.
Okay, I got on. Tell them what I got on, because I don't even got to say it.
Angel Reese, man.
Thank you.
She be on Instagram more. She be on the court these days. But
start with me,
I
please.
respect Angel Reese. Hey, look, check it out. I have nothing.
Let's start with that.
I have nothing against Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? Angel Reese, if you're listening, you know what I'm saying? I know you said your type is 6 feet.
Why your
league.
voice change? For real.
I ain't in the league, but you know what I'm saying?
Why your voice change like
it's
that?
It's heavy over here, baby. It's heavy.
Now that's crazy. Why would you do the title like that, though? Yo, that is not.
I got mad love for Angel Reese. She do be on Instagram and TikTok and shit more. She was just on last night.
She's a star.
She can
do that.
She can practice,
she do be. Go look at the video. She's in the court, bro. And she working with Lisa Leslie. They ain't tripping.
So what?
Nope.
So what?
Legend.
Ronnie's with his dad. That's the equivalent to that right now.
Bro, it's not. It's not a soul. It's like, oh my God, like you with a legend. You're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You're going down that trajectory.
Kaylin Clark is practicing with Sue Bird.
That's good. All of these things are good. What are you talking about?
This is going to happen.
You know what? I say
inevitable.
this to say we went off. I love you, Angel Reese. I'm your biggest fan. I say all this to say we're talking about sports, okay? John Morant, you seen the stuff that's going on with the gestures, and he got fined, right? So did he bring this on himself, or is he being targeted? You see what I'm saying?
The previously we talked about individuals' decision-making skills.
I like how you did that.
We literally just talked about this.
We did. And what do
you made it.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah.
Bro went from. He should have learned the first time you got caught on Instagram with the guns and they suspended you, bro.
Talk about it.
They suspended you all them games. And then you came back and then you brought the subliminals to the court and they warned you. They said they warned you first.
Yeah.
Then you said, I'm going to do it again. And then they went ahead and fined you. Your fingers cost you $70,000.
this bang bang like this right here.
This right here. This right here cost you $70,000.
All that. That's a lot of money.
Your own discernment.
That's a salary.
That's nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? $70,000, whatever. He blows $70,000 on nothing.
It's a salary.
And I hate when celebrities and when people say the celebrities. They gestures ain't got nothing to do with you. They can do what they want. They don't have to appease to your kids or not, whatever the case.
Talk heavy.
That's not true. You are in a position of power now.
Yep.
You are in a position of influence.
Huge influence. Your kids are going to see you more than, you know what I'm saying, than the parent. You know?
That's just like saying, you saying that same thing for Jesus and me like, Nah, bro, Jesus do whatever he want to do. Just because he can turn water into wine don't mean he got to not do this for your kids. Bro, hey, no, it don't make sense. Like, what do you mean? You're influential, bro. You got people looking up to you. You are a leader now. You in that space.
Yeah.
Choose something else. And you know what he chose?
To bang bang.
Now he got the grenade and gun.
Yeah, he's starting to change it.
And then
boom. He said, I'm going to do something. But it's like.
Stop with the Call of Duty shit.
Yeah.
Just hoop, bro.
Yeah.
All you got to do is hoop. Yes, he brought it on himself, and you know what's gonna happen? Ja's gonna be not marketable. People, bro, you're in a league where you can have your own action figures. You can have your own line of commercials. This is why Michael Jordan really took over the game in basketball. Like injuries. Michael Jordan in his time was the most marketable player, the most influential player.
Yeah. Regardless
of his gambling issues that he had. His character off and on the court was superb enough to still be marketable. Bro had his own shoes.
Yes, he did.
Bro was in cartoons.
Yeah.
He had action figures, his own brand. But he was in Space Jam.
Yeah,
which is a timeless classic.
The Space Jam.
You can't talk about you want to be the next greatest thing and do it your own way, and you doing BS. Because at the end of the day, you got a responsibility, bro. Not forget the kids, just for yourself, for your family, for your brand.
Yeah.
You're a brand.
Yes.
You're a brand.
Officially,
right?
Yeah.
And if you out here, saying, and you out here acting like you, bro, Ja Morant. His upbringing ain't thuggish at all.
Is it and Clarence parents had a real good marriage?
This is 8 Mile right now. What we getting? He giving us 8 Mile vibes right now. And it's like, bro,
Clarence parents
why?
had a real good marriage.
Like, why do celebrities that made it out the hood or that just made it, period, still are attracted to hood shit? It's like, bro, and honestly, and I hate it because we lost a lot of good people, and a lot of people lost deals because of hood dumb shit.
Yeah.
Even for rest in peace Takeoff. That situation right there should have never happened.
Yeah.
You made it, bro. Why are we still shooting dice right now, bro?
Yeah.
You just got to understand your environment, bro. Don't become a product of your environment.
True that.
And if you're not from that environment, stop doing that environment type shit, because now you're in a place where it's like, now they just watching everything that you do. And now you got to go out here and make statements. I'm gonna just do what I do, and if they don't like that, I'm gonna switch it up. Why do you got to keep doing it, bro?
You know what I think?
Go back to the raising rule when you start punching on people, bro. Pump the shoes up. That's all, you know what I'm saying? That's what we used to have, but now it's at a point where we have to watch you, and now you being micromanaged from afar, from higher up, because you can't put your damn hands down. For what?
Right. You know what I think though? It's like I say it's first impressions, and I say that because like when you're in school, and you got the good kids and the bad kids. Okay, and then you the kid does something crazy, right? And now the teacher looks at little Johnny and says, "Hey, little Johnny, you now I'm looking at you like you're the bad kid." So now when Johnny tries to do something good, or Johnny tries to turn that image around, you can't, because I see you as this. You see what I'm saying? So I always think of it like, you always got to be mindful of how you present yourself. You see what I'm saying? So you present yourself well, even when you kind of mess up. They ain't gonna remember that. They remember how you approach approach them, because that's usually what gets me sometimes. Like, my first impression usually kind of saves me sometimes when I mess up or whatever. They be like, nah, Dawn this is what I know her for. But now, so I say that to say, Ja Morant, they know you as this now. This is your image.
Right.
It don't matter what you do. People like, no, they going too far. He ain't even. No, this is his image now. Right. So he's not being. I put both. Like, he brought that on himself. But now he is being targeted because this is what I see you as. So whatever you're doing is in the limelight first, before the other people. Because everybody got their bang bang gestures when they shoot that shot. They really a killer from 3, right?
How many? Let's play a quick game right now.
Let's do it.
I want to play it with you real quick.
I hope I know this.
How many NBA celebration gestures can you do right now?
I do LeBron.
Let's see. You're a sportsman. You said Angel Reese, right? I got you. This was perfect for today.
Angel Reese.
This was unplanned. I got the Kobe on. You got the the Angel Reese. For sure. We're gonna edit this in here. You know what I'm saying we gonna put it up there and be like ding 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 ding. We gonna see how many NBA celebrations or basketball celebrations can you do right now? Go.
Well, I could do LeBron.
That's one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's LeBron. Well, okay, Steph, he go, you know what I'm saying?
He go what?
Yeah, he shoot it and he shimmy. He like,
okay, that's two.
Right? Dang. Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Is that West? Oh no, is that Ja? Who did the Rocket Baby?
I think the Rocket Baby was well before that, and that was
somebody do the Rocket Baby though, and then they even do like even LeBron. He kind of like when he make that.
Actually, I don't even think it's Rocket Baby. I think it was the Cradle, and I think that came from Mike. I might be wrong.
Okay. Well, I got one. Is that can you count?
Go ahead.
Boom, Angel Reese. When she in the paint, bam, she go up. You too little. You're too little.
We're not giving that to Angel.
Well, I'm not saying she created it. I'm saying that's what she do.
Okay. Well, your time is up. Let me see how.
I did 4. How about was that 4? Come on.
All right,
let's go. I did.
All right, we got the head right here. Head.
Ooh.
Cradle.
You're not saying who did it.
Who cares? These are standard celebrations.
I gave you 2. Bro.
But you know who did it if I do it.
And that's true. That's true.
This is for anybody when they get pumped on.
That's true.
Here. This is Curry special.
Curry does do, yeah.
Curry got 2. He got that and the shimmy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Somebody had a mean one.
What's up?
Oh, James Harden, the step back with the
I love the step back.
But you got to make it. When
he step back, he go.
But you see how all these celebrations, they can still get your point across.
Yeah.
Without having to be like, this right here is like, dang, bro.
No, hold on, bro. Like,
because Westbrook actually he did have a gun on. Mm-hmm. Westbrook did have a gun.
Yeah, I about to say somebody had
But it was just simple. And then we right here with it. He didn't point it at nobody. You know what I'm saying? He still got his deals. He still can sell his shoes, and ain't nobody leaving him alone. Now Westbrook was in the spotlight for other things. You know what I'm saying? He had a rough patch.
He's a hot boy.
He had a rough patch.
He's a hot boy.
But Ja, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you're gonna ever watch this or not, bro. But you're probably like one of the most explosive players next to Anthony Edwards right now,
and one of the most exciting players that I see.
Bro, just pick something else, bro.
But look, you could do something else to get your point across.
Right.
And there's other, like you said, there's some cool things you can do when, some swaggy stuff you can do when you make your shot, you know what I'm saying? But also, once you bring it upon yourself, it's there. Like, you really, that's your image, and it's, like, hard to really, like, I'm doing right. Why they, bro, like, this what they see you at.
It get hard to shake, too, bro.
Yeah.
Buddy gonna have to, like, literally do nothing for, the next 2 seasons.
You see what I'm saying? It takes a while, but that's that first impression, bro. But even on the topic of sports, like there's is it a law coming upon us or something about this?
It's not a law. It's just something that's look.
Wait, what is it? Let's
get into it. We talk.
And you're
heavy,
better
right?
at saying you as you can say you're better at saying
we talk heavy. We have heavy conversations that people don't want to have, right?
Heavy talk heavy.
Women are under attack. In the sports industry.
Women are under attack.
Women are under attack in the sports industry, right?
Yeah.
I am an advocate for women's rights and equality, and I feel like if you fight for it, you deserve it, right? Mm-hmm. Women are already struggling to get equal pay and recognition, right, when it comes to any sport.
Yeah.
Now, those problems are problems that they're going to have to figure out in-house. Those are problems that can be solved, that they just going to have to figure out how to put those puzzle pieces together. This is not like this is not a fair thing. This is something that can be solved, but you need right pieces and you need right marketing. XYZ, it's a long list, but eventually they will get there.
Yeah, it's solvable.
But as of recently, whether it's in high school, college, professionally, we have the transgender issue.
Yeah.
Of
what's happening though, like because
I'm to play women's sports, and it's some obvious stuff, man. It's literally obvious. If you decide to become somebody else, right? Let's say you Steve, but you want to be Lisa.
Oh my God.
And you want to play sports with the girls. but you really technically still Steve, but you just identify as Lisa.
Yeah.
It's not fair, bro.
Yeah, like the physique. We talking about physique.
The physicality of a man, regardless of how old he is or what the age group is, you still have those DNA strands and those chromosomes. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here
and it's the strength,
trying to get your Joanna man on in the league and then expected to be crowned as a credible player for that league. The shit didn't work in Joanna man.
Oh God!
Why? Because the physicality, the sport, does not equal what you don't match here. It's plus and minus right here, my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong to force it down women's throats and to force them to accept something that is literally obvious. Just create another league at that point.
I would be
now,
I would
and
like
let
that.
them handle whatever they need to handle to get the marketing and the capital and the stadiums and the arenas and all that. Just create a league.
Yeah.
If you want to identify as a transgender, just create a transgender league, because that, to me, that's the only thing that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because men have men bathrooms, women have women bathrooms. Transgenders everybody wants their own identity, right?
Yeah.
That's literally it. That's the issue.
Correct.
Identity and placement. Just place them in their own league.
Yes.
And then, just like everybody else, let them work to build their brand. Let them get their own supporters. Let them get their own.
Because they actually have it. I would think they have it.
You don't. And I don't mean this by far as any type of disrespect. You don't see the Special Olympics trying to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Shit, not fair.
It would never be.
Like literally, you don't see that. Now there are some exceptions. What's Buddy name with the one arm?
Golly, I know exactly what you're saying.
Buddy
I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
Those athletes like him, they do it differently. You know what I'm saying? They compete with high.
Because this the thing with him, it just doesn't take away.
It doesn't take away from his game.
Yeah.
Now, will the NBA allow it when he goes in there? That's something to them. But I feel like if he gonna play and he can hold his own, then just do it.
Right.
But we're not talking about him going into be like, man, since I can't go to the NBA, I'm gonna just go dunk on them in the WNBA, and I want the championships, the rings, and I want you to pay me and respect me and call me a legend. That shit don't make sense.
Yeah, I just think you don't want to. People, you don't want them to get hurt too.
Because you really don't.
Because it's really different types, like the physiques and the strength. It's just undeniable. Like we can, we always do the woman empowerment thing where like women can do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying we can't. It's just as far as like that strength thing. You already know, like that's why you don't swing on a man.
I think it's just a slap in the face to all the people that paved the way for.
It is too.
For women paved the way for other women. Just like men paved the way for other men in those respective industries, whether it's in the rap game or if it's in sports, there are trials and errors and tribulations and everything that comes with this. And there are a lot of women in the WNBA that are still fighting for the same stuff that today they still haven't solved yet. And placing a transgender in the WNBA is going to give you negative attention.
And it's going backwards. It's going backwards.
And for any lawmaker to allow it to happen shows your morals and values. And also, this is very important. This is why you should vote, people, for things like this. You need to know who your senators are and who your mayor is and what they believe in. You need to, as much as we investigate the celebrities, we need to investigate our political figures.
I agree.
Because this right here should not even be a conversation. Like, what are you talking about? We finna allow this man to get in this ring with this woman and knock her lights out just because that's what he identified as.
Bruh, I understand. Now, look, Dre, did you watch the March Madness Championship?
I turned it off at the second quarter.
Did you watch it? Is all I said.
Turned it off.
He watched it
at the second quarter.
I know he watched it because I was on the phone with you.
And you know what I did?
And I turned it off. I turned it off too. I turned it off right. You know when I turned it off? Because everybody probably did the same thing I did. We turned it off right when it was like, I think it was like 4 minutes left, and they were doing a standing ovation for UConn at 4 minutes, bro. Like it was over.
I'm gonna tell
Massacre.
you this. It was like the third quarter, and I think the score was like only in like 20 to 30 points.
Oh, yeah.
The second quarter, we only hit like 20. They only hit 20-something points.
It was a low scoring, for everybody.
I was already done with it, and I can already tell who was going to win. Shout out, UConn.
Paige Beckers.
Shout out UConn.
They call it Paige Buckets.
Paige. Hey, also, Paige, I'm going to say this because I feel like it's going to happen, and if I'm wrong, we get it out.
Do it.
Welcome to Dallas. Welcome to Dallas because Dallas Wings have the number 1 pick right now.
Which is crazy. They got Enrique. I'm sorry.
They have the number 1 pick for a reason.
I don't know why. I just said they got Enrique.
You name dropping who they got is not changing the fact that they got the number 1 pick for a reason. Why did we get the number 1 pick in sports? Because that team was the worst. So they need all the help that they can get.
Oh man, Paige.
She when soon as she land into Dallas.
Yeah.
Ooh. She gonna want out.
She gonna want her. You know what I'm saying?
Because any team in Dallas, I'm just tell you this. I'm telling this for sports, work industries, workers. Dallas does not have the best managers in any industry.
Talk about it, because
if you go to a call center, your manager gonna suck.
Oh my God!
You go to the Dallas Cowboys, your manager is still suck.
But what you say one time, he's like, if you want to just be a manager, you ain't really got the skill set, but you just
come to Dallas.
Come to Dallas, but you gonna get paid.
If you want a high paying job as a manager to do piss poor work,
come to Dallas.
But if you looking to start a new life and a fine career as a worker, just know the managers in Dallas are not the best. From the NBA to the NFL to the call centers to the hospitals, Presbyterian, Baylor, all of them. We need a management program out here in Dallas. I don't know who got
it.
I don't know who got. I'm gonna do some research. What city and state got the best managers? Because Dallas ain't it,
bruh. I say,
we lost Luka overnight, and it was the worst decision as soon as our new player came into the league. Anthony Davis got hurt the first day.
Literally, they did like this. They breathed on him. He was out.
The first day, the Mavericks was a top contender. Yeah. Overnight, they dropped to 12.
Ridiculous.
But shout out Luka, man. We miss you, man.
Shout out to Luka. Y'all saw the tribute that they did for him. He was crying us. But then he went and killed us right out. He was like, man, thank y'all, man. And
we gonna see now. They fighting for their life. They made the play-in. You know what I'm saying? They beat Toronto yesterday.
I feel it. Back to that March Madness real quick though, because Paige Beckers won. She got the natty, right? But we was all thinking Juju was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So it was really sad, man. I was so heartbroken. She tore her ACL, y'all.
It is. But you know what? I'm gonna say this because I think it needed to happen. I'm gonna say why.
Oh my God.
She needs more time to develop because what happens. You know what happens when we pick our good players in college.
Yeah,
the media and everybody forces them to hurry up and want to come to the big leagues. I was so scared of that.
I was so because they was all like Juju's better than this.
History has a way of showing itself. If you don't pay attention, just look at all the players that was in college or in high school. That was like, oh yeah, I can't wait till they get to the league, and they hearing that.
Yeah,
Zion got to the league and did what?
Yeah,
not LeVar. Lonzo.
Yes.
What happened? Came in, knee shot.
Yes.
These players are just now getting into it right now.
Right.
It hasn't happened to nobody in WNBA right now, but I think right now, Juju, what you need to do is just keep developing. Go all 4 years.
Because Fly J, because she went back.
Get your education.
Yeah.
That's going to secure you for your future.
Get the bag as well.
Learn how to conduct business and build a brand before you go into the WNBA and they make you a brand, because you need to learn how to make money outside the league, because right now they're not paying them so hard.
No.
Get your education.
Which is why you was talking about Angel, but does she know how she getting the bag?
Yeah,
she her podcast, all that. She getting her bag.
That's what I'm saying. For people that are brands, if that place ain't paying you, you can go out here and get your own bread. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
Advocate on the side, but at the end of the day, you still got to make. Just because you tell people your apartment $8,000 and you only getting 70 to 80K, whatever, they're not gonna change that. Be like, oh dang, we got her living We got her living in the slumps. Ma'am, your apartment is $8,000. What's that man named Jordan the Stallion? Come
Jordan, what?
Your apartment is $8,000. You can afford.
God.
If you can afford to even consider getting an $8,000 apartment,
Yeah,
you might want to go down to the $3,000 to $4,000 apartment so you can save your money.
My
because
goodness.
right now, you and that nice lady at Chick-fil-A, that lice manager, she makes about 80, and she lives in Texas. And I promise you, she's not complaining right now. She's living her best life with my pleasure at the end of every shift.
Right. Bro.
Just do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. So look, I want to do something real quick. This is what we're going to do at the end of every show. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to call it heavy bars. Okay. All right? Basically, you're going to give your heavy bar, I'm going to give my heavy bar. Basically, something we can give them to take back home with them and just, kind of ponder on. You know what I'm saying? This is the heavy talk part. So, like, Dre, what is your heavy bar for the first episode?
Oh, treat everybody like they having a bad day.
One more time for the people in the back. One more time.
Treat everybody like they having a bad day. Try to approach everybody with caution, concern, empathy, sympathy. Because again, you don't know what that person going through. They might spaz at you, bro. You might be the one that broke the camel's back.
Literally,
you were the last straw.
The last straw that spilled everything over.
You know what I'm saying? I think people. I got two.
Yeah, talk.
I think people need to realize, like, especially in this time period, everybody got something going on. Yeah. Somebody's getting divorced. Somebody kids, they beefing with their kids. Somebody started a career or took a risk to start their own business and the clientele ain't coming in. We got a lot of stressful shit right now. We got even for me as a fashion brand owner, I'm so stressed out right now.
Did you hear it in his voice?
With every tariff.
Oh my God, talk about it.
Because I get a lot of I do a lot of my designing and stuff from overseas. Yeah. So like everything that I get made here is literally custom from like the stitching and everything. Because I don't be doing all that. Yeah. It's
it's finna get crazy. I know. I already know.
The stock market and my crypto is horrible right now. Don't ask me for not a play. Don't every play I had.
You got $10 for till next week.
I got nothing. None of that. You don't know what people going through, man, and treat them with kind of respect, and also just mind your damn business, because that'd probably be the best bet for everybody. You mind your business. Mind your damn business. Get you some business. That way you ain't worried about nobody else's business. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's my heavy bar.
Cool. Yeah, my heavy bar today is live, love, and be light. When I say be light, I say this all the time. I was on my spiritual journey a long time ago, and I learned this concept of being light, and it's a holistic concept. You see what I'm saying? So light meaning physically, go to the gym, make sure you getting that right. But then also it's a spiritual thing, because we carry a lot of baggage, meaning grudges, anger, stress. Those are things that we have to learn how to work through. And then it's still considered waste, even though you can have waste, meaning like stuff you throw in the trash. Like baggage, as far as your stress and things like that, that's your waste. So if you're able to get that away, you're able to become light, and you will illuminate as light. So I say that all the time. So I say live, love, be light. That's my heavy bar for y'all. But then real quick, we're gonna just do promos. We're gonna just do anything you got coming up that you want people to tap into, and yeah.
Yo,
before we go,
we just did. So I don't know if y'all know, there's a thing called Hell on Wheels.
Oh my God.
This is sponsored by PETA, right? Yeah. They go around. I had the opportunity to witness this in person. They have a meat truck with animals, pigs, chickens on the side of it, and they go around town. They gonna park next to the ham shop, the barbecue shop, whatever, and they gonna blast animal music, animal sounds of pigs and everything being slaughtered. They're dying. They pulled up to this barbecue spot in Dallas this past few days and was blasting it, and those people were very upset. But you know what? I took that and made it an opportunity, and now we have an exclusive PETA interview coming towards you sometime soon.
Right, and hey, my name is Don, like the morning sun.
And I'm Dre with the play, and we out of here, man.